Let me tell you how I got my Baku degree. It was communism. I was a young university graduate. I was working at a petrochemical plant, and I was dying to go to Sochi. Sochi was abroad in the USSR, which still meant I was in communism anyway. I had to go through the Caudine forks of communist conformity just to get my trip abroad approved. Security just to get my trip abroad approved. I left with the little money I had saved over a whole year. As a salaried girl, still supported by her parents, I justified my tourist extravagance by telling myself I would do what all enterprising Romanians of those times did: sell, buy, and then sell again whatever I bought. For those who do not fully grasp this complex phenomena, I was going to do a bit of black market trading. I took 2 suitcases full of old clothes with me. That was going to be my merchandise. I had lots of beautiful clothes because my mother used to make them for me. Under communism, clothes were a luxury. Proletarians were meant to work, not show off capitalist haute couture. They were only supposed to long for it. That was all. In Sochi, I was assigned a room with a lady from Piatra Neamț, a director's secretary. Pretty and lively, the perfect secretary. Really good. First day of vacation, everyone from the group went off to sell and buy things, while I went to the beach. The weather was perfect. My roommate kindly offered to sell my goods for me. I accepted without negotiating any details. It suited me just fine. Every day I met the group again at mealtimes in the hotel. They looked paler and more exhausted by the day, while I was getting more tanned and more relaxed. It was not hard to stir up a little envy. I was the queen with 2 pages, Ludmila and Sasha. Ludmila was a young woman who kept chasing after me, wanting to buy the very clothes I was wearing. Sasha was a handsome young blonde with blue eyes, a student who worked as a waiter in our hotel during the holidays. I graciously allowed him to escort me. The 3 of us had a marvelous time together. Restaurants, speedboat rides on the sea, taxi trips to Dagumi's. Sister wore kilometers from Sochi to a very cool disco by the standards of Russia at the time, with champagne and caviar. Then came an optional 1-day trip to Baku. My hand shot up at once. I want Baku too. My roommate did not want to come. She still had business to take care of, and time was not to be wasted. Instead, she asked me to sell a few sweaters for her in Baku. Sweaters that had not worked in Sochi. I agreed. We arrived in Baku and were lodged in a hotel with a big, large statue of 2 dolphins out front. Do not ask me the name of the hotel. Those Cyrillic letters were hard enough to decipher as it was. We arrived in Baku and were lodged in a hotel with a 25th assistant. Large statue of 2 dolphins out front. Do not ask me the name of the hotel. Those Cyrillic letters were hard enough to decipher as it was. Until lunchtime, we were free to explore the city on our own. Fine, I thought. Let us sell the sweaters first. I stopped on the street, opened my bag, and in an instant, I was surrounded by dozens of hands rummaging through it. Between cries of "skalkal" and numbers being drawn in the air, I suddenly felt the air thinning around me, and then everyone disappeared. Some of them, I suspect, with a sweater or 2 as well. And then 2 presentable young men appeared in front of me. The only small problem was that they were wearing police uniforms. My roommate had neglected to mention that in Russia, you do not sell goods openly on the street. You do it in shops, barbershops, and hair salons, using subtle, ambiguous signals with your head and eyes. After a brief interrogation right there on the spot, the 2 young men invited me into their car. We chatted in English, and they turned out to be perfectly friendly. They generously drove me all around the city, showing me everything worth seeing. Then they took me back to the hotel with the dolphins. The only clue I had about where I was staying. They did not forget to warn me, not to let it happen again. Honestly, the moment I realized who those young men were, I could already picture myself back home, denounced and decorated with accusations by the group leader. She was surely a full-time employee of CSC, the chirping Communist Security Squad. She had already warned me a few days earlier that I was disgracing the Romanian working proletariat. The Romanian working proletariat with my capitalist, tourist attitude, devoted to tanning, swimming, and frivolous nightlife. All the more so since my poor husband, betrayed and cuckolded, had remained at home and had apparently paid for my expensive trip as well. Honestly, I was very surprised myself to find out that I was married. But one thing is certain. The people from Security clearly knew something about my life that I did not. So I decided I would look into the matter when I got home.